Hi! Today we are going to be exploring the customization of Pop! OS 2404 while using an AMD Athlon. Just a quick little video about some of the quirkiness with the new operating system and kind of exploring what it is like to use this old of a computer on this modern of an OS. This is more of like a ranty type video, so take everything I say with a little bit of a grain of salt. If I make mistakes, please tell me in the comments down below if I did make mistakes, or if you are curious about something, do research on your own in order to learn more about it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. This rant is just for you all to watch. I hope you all enjoy the video. So what's the difference between this version and 2204? There's a lot of new applications that are being built for Cosmic. The Cosmic settings, Cosmic store, Cosmic terminal, Cosmic text editor, and the Cosmic files. So there is like quite a bit of things that are just built in, but not very much bloat, honestly. Maybe with the final release, they'll add a little bit more. Maybe like LibreOffice will be installed, this will be installed, that will be installed, but for right now, that is all right. Y'all didn't come here just for me to talk about what's installed. Y'all came here to explore some of the cool nature of some of the customization. There's some really neat wallpapers, honestly, like the galaxies, and ooh, this one's actually kind of really cool. I'm gonna actually leave it on that one, but this is where it actually comes into play. This is how you can customize Cosmic. Cosmic is very customizable right out of the box and is not as difficult to customize. So you could actually change the accent color very easily of everything from up here to over here. Very easy to be able to change that. You could actually change it to any color you want, and you could even add a color. That's a little broken. But yeah, that's going to happen. This is going to happen. That's probably also just because I don't have the NVIDIA graphics drivers installed. So then you also have the application background. You could change to whatever color. Oh wow, that actually looks really cool. But this is mainly probably Cosmic specific applications, and you probably could make this real ugly looking, or you could make it like kind of neat looking, kind of thing like that. Yeah, and then you could also change, like, do you like the rounded style of Windows 11, or do you like it only slightly rounded? Like some of the effects, like say down here, this is like fully rounded. This is like slightly, so this is more like Windows 11 type effect. And then you could also do square and square everything off. Oh yeah, Windows actually do change it. So it's either rounded or not rounded for those, which is kind of nice. You could also see it like here. This makes it a little less rounded, which is more of like a Windows 11 kind of look, which is kind of neat. Interface density. So you could actually like make everything kind of like in, or you could have everything kind of be like out for like, say like a tablet PC, like a Microsoft Surface or something like that. So that's also kind of nice. You can also change the hint size. So if you don't really like the look of like an active window hint size, you could change it or have it be like super duper small. Personally, I prefer it off. Gaps around tile. Oh yes. So say you turn on tile. This is the gap that will be around each and every app. I'm not a huge fan of tiling, but I do not mind how Pop! OS does it. I personally just like being able to put my window wherever I want and then be able to base it off of that. So yeah. And also there is some experimental features like system font, monospace font, and icon and toolkit changing. So like if you want to have this type of icon, or like if you prefer this type, you could do it, or this type, you could do that. So yeah, just a bunch of customization, which is kind of nice. And then once you're like you make this like really cool one, you can actually export it and save it and share it. And I really do think that maybe like in the future with like Cosmic, there might be people who like customize it and it go insane with the appearances. But yeah. So then also one feature that I really like, because by default the operating system kind of looks a lot like GNOME, but what you can actually do is make it not look as much like GNOME. This is completely customizable to the end user, and you don't have to go into detail about everything. The top panel, for example, on GNOME, it usually is on one screen, and that's it. But you could have it set to all displays or just the the single display that you want. You can set it to the bottom like this and have it be underneath your dock, or you could set it to the right as well. It's very much customizable, and the fact that you could automatically hide the panel. So say if you want to full screen something, you could hide it, which is very cool. And you can actually add a gap and have it like this, and then when you maximize, it goes away. You could also change the opacity. So if you want the background to be like, say, a 50% and have like the wallpaper be kind of back there, that's kind of nice. A lot of these is kind of like this cool combination of a lot of things. You could also turn off extend panel to screen edges, so you could have just this like dock almost of just what you want to see, and instead of like having all this empty space in between each thing, it's just this cool little neat thing right in the middle where you can just go do what you need to, and it goes away whenever you don't need it. I do hope that maybe they actually add the import and export for like the panels and everything as well, so it's like all in one package. So another thing is you could actually change like these things. You can actually get some stuff at the start and center and end. You can't customize it too much, but basically you can put like get rid of like the app library button. You could get rid of the workspace button, and then if you want to add, say, even like an app tray to it, so now you can see all your apps up here instead of your dock, which is kind of neat, not gonna lie. So if you say want to do more of like a Mac OS kind of aesthetic, you can actually change it so that way like all your apps are up here instead of having it be in the dock. And say if you don't have a use for, say, Bluetooth, you could get rid of that. It's very nice. It's very nice, the customization that you can do, which is kind of the customization I wish you could do in GNOME. Some things you could change, but not a lot of things you could change. Very easily. There's ways to do it, though. Now the dock. Dock is the same way as the top panel. You can do a bunch of different things. Changing the position, you could change it to only be on one display or all your displays. You can also automatically hide it. You can also set a gap, so that way it's like floating or not floating. You can also extend it to the ends of the screen, or like this, as you can see, it automatically stretches out once you have a full screen application. And then you could also have a start, center, and end segment. So say if you actually want to, you could extend this so it's all the way at the edges of the screen. They make this a little bit smaller. The only thing I would say definitely I hope they do fix is the lagginess. Oh, this is very I don't particularly like that. I wish you could put like in a number, like Pop! OS. But say you want to make the application button be at the start of the segment, you could do that. And you could even put the launcher here as well. So say you want to make it kind of like this weird hybrid thing, you could very well do that. And say if you want, you could even add other stuff. It doesn't need to necessarily be just application. Say you want all the way on the left, like all of your specific buttons, say like workspace button, launcher button, application button. You're used to Windows, so you just like it being there. You just do that. And then you could put the time in the lower right hand corner right here, like in Windows. Now, is it a little bit big? Of course it is, but that's okay. So yeah, very much customizable. You technically can turn off the dock to say you don't want the dock, you just want the top panel and that's it. You could do that, and whatever works for you, works for you. There's also window management, which allows you to do specific things like turn off maximize button, turn off minimize button, or it also allows you to turn off the window hints, which you could do here, which is probably better anyways. You could actually turn on focus follows cursor. What it does is it follows your cursor and then it pushes whatever your cursor's over to the front. Some people like that, some people don't. You could also set a specific delay, so like it doesn't take like a second to be able to actually change. There's also workspaces. Some people really like workspaces. I'm not too particularly into workspaces. Yeah, this is a very customizable OS. I think it is kind of neat to be able to see like what you can do with it. I definitely think that people are going to have a blast with this and being able to like change how your entire operating system looks just through a menu. But yeah, you can make something that looks beautiful in this operating system, and you can make something look real ugly. So how is this operating system working? What's going on with this operating system? Well, let's actually go over and go to System Monitor. How much resources are being used? Well, this is obviously just a dual core. It's kind of sitting around 50% on this newer of an operating system. This computer is from like 2009-ish, I would say, from my guesses of like the BIOS copyrights and stuff. So that is not that bad. Well, we could also see what's actually using up that. Mainly Cosmic itself. Cosmic is using up quite a bit. Oh, and it's probably putting the opacity onto the CPU, which isn't the best. But so far it's not that bad. It's running pretty alright, especially for a computer of this era. Could it run better? Yes. Not doing this, having NVIDIA stuff installed and all that, yeah, it would run a lot better, but I definitely don't think, just out of the box, this isn't actually that bad. So that's pretty nice. Also, Pop! OS is built off of Ubuntu, which is built off of Debian. So you could install .debs, but instead of how Ubuntu does theirs as snaps, as their other package format, Pop! OS uses Flatpaks. Flatpaks, I personally find a lot better than snaps. I haven't used a heck of a lot of snaps, but from my experience with Ubuntu, I way prefer Flatpak. Is it perfect? No, but I definitely do think that it is kind of nice. This is Pop! OS 2404. I love the way that they decided to do some stuff. I do think there's some customization that I wish that they would expand on, but I really am excited for what is in store for this operating system. And I hope you all are as well. It runs great on this old hardware even. Nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all did enjoy this like kind of different, more exploratory of Pop! OS 2404. I truly hope you all did enjoy it. If you did, please let me know down in the comments. What else would you like me to explore on this computer? Would you all want to see some like modern day games on this, see the performance, or would you all want me to put like Windows on it, or put this or that, or hey, I'll even try Arch if you all want me to. I hope you all have a great and wonderful rest of the day. If you do enjoy this video, hit that like button down below, or if you do enjoy this video and want to support me, you could hit that subscribe button down below, or you could go down to my Patreon, which is in my link tree, and you'll be able to support me there. There's free tiers, there's paid tiers. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a great and wonderful rest of your day, evening, and or night, and I will see you all later. Bye bye. 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 Bye.